So next we get to hear from BVC portfolio company and growth stage CommLoan. After being exposed to the painful process of obtaining a commercial mortgage, Mitch was determined to create a platform that empowered the borrower and changed the way commercial financing was secured. At the time, giving the borrower access to the capital markets while providing a superior lending experience was a problem that needed to be solved. With the help of a talented development team, Mitch was able to bring his vision to life. Mitch has been in mortgage banking for over 20 years and has, 30 years, and has overseen the closing of several $1 billion in loans. Drawing on this experience and surrounding himself with a highly skilled and diverse team, CommLoan has gone from strength to strength. Mitch will tell you that by taking the cutting-edge technology of the CommLoan platform, CUPID, and combining it with good old-fashioned customer service, anything is possible. Mitch holds a bachelor's degree in accounting and a master's degree in finance. Co-founder and CEO Mitch Ginsberg, come on up and let's talk updates.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks, Mitch. So tell me, when did you participate in BVC? What year was that?
My God, it seems like yesterday. It was 2018, so 4 years ago.
Went by in a flash. Okay, so it's been 4 years. You won the growth stage.
Yes.
And why did you participate that year? What was the business at that time?
You know, the business was at relatively early stages, like most startups. We were trying to find our way, and I heard about the BVC, the Ben Venture Conference, that truly it was one of the premier venture conferences, certainly in the Northwest. So it seemed like a great opportunity to get exposure for CommLoan and to just develop skills. It was a whole new world for us. So it was just really blessed that we had the opportunity of being part of this.
And then I would imagine, how was that experience for you? The due diligence process, the BVC event? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you reflect back?
Oh wow! The first thing that comes to mind, it was just a fantastic experience. It was great. From the due diligence to making it into the semi-final round and pitching at the semi-final round, and then being up on the stage for the finals, and then the absolute cherry on the top was winning. Being a winner in the growth round was just a fantastic experience. The due diligence phase was, it was just a really great team was sent out to meet with us and do their due diligence. And I've actually developed lasting friendships from that. Some of the people that came out, I'm still friends with. And the coaching that we received for the, for the actual pitch and the presentation, I think are skills that have stuck with me through these years. And then ultimately being up here and presenting was just an awesome experience. And from my perspective, even if we didn't win, just even making it to the semi-finals, I think it would be a great opportunity to leverage off that to say, hey, we made it to the semi-finals of this, this venture conference with all these other great companies. So I think for those participants that are here, and not everybody's going to win, but those of you that have made it this far, it's just such a huge opportunity to use that to leverage, this experience to meet with other potential investors, and because it's clearly a badge of honor that you've been able to achieve that.
Yeah, I think it's such a good point. At this point in the conference, if you've made it this far, good things are happening for your company.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to an entrepreneur in the audience or to a finalist? Anything, words of wisdom you would share?
Oh my God. Yeah, I think with any startup, there's two key components. Number one, are you truly solving a problem? If you believe you are, that's number one. Number two, are you in a market that's large enough to be able to scale? That's number two. Number three, then you just got to stick with it. You got to stay the course. There are going to be so many ups and downs, so many roadblocks that aren't anticipated, particularly if you're doing something that's never been done before, which most of the entrepreneurs here are doing. They're disrupting an existing environment. There's no path to follow. You're forging a new path, so there really isn't any roadmap to follow. You're going to create your own roadmap. And you just got to be versatile. You got to be prepared to pivot, but stick to your core mission. But how are you going to get there? You're going to take so many twists and turns. And I think you experience two emotions as an entrepreneur, that absolute excitement and exhilaration, and then absolute fear and panic. It's like, oh my God, in the early days, I would wake up at night and think, what am I doing? I mean, but if you stick with it, you stay the course, eventually, like they say, most successful businesses are like a 7 to 8 year overnight success. And that's what it takes. It takes several years to perfect the formula, to figure out your process flows and how to do things. And then all of a sudden you hit that ramp, and hopefully you get that hockey stick success.
And along the way, building great relationships.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to jump to the present. In 2 minutes or less, what has transpired since you gained the investment in the BVC fund? And remind us again how much it was that you won.
Yeah, so we won a $100,000 investment back in 2018, which was just phenomenal. Clearly, we are disrupting the commercial real estate lending space, which is a massive, massive space. Those commercial loans that are originated by third parties, which we're in the middle market, about $1 to $20 million loan sizes, which are originated, as I said earlier, by third parties, is about $190 billion a year industry. So we're in a massive market. Since then, we have a phenomenal management team in place, great employees. We've got probably about 35 key employees. We're now in the middle of doing a Series A round, which actually the Bend Venture investment is converting, because they originally came in as convertible notes. So they're converting into the Series A round at almost a 7 times multiple, which is really, really exciting that we've been able to achieve that level of success for clearly a group that believed in us and helped us get to the next level. We're getting in about 500 transactions a month now. We've got probably close to 700 lenders on the platform, which represent about 168,000 loan products, which we keep current every day using various algorithms. We have funded probably about $1 billion worth of loans so far, which is about 400 transactions. So our average loan size is about $2.5 million. Which probably in the last year represents about a third of that. We doubled our volume from last year this year, and we anticipate doubling again next year. So it's really exciting. Going back to our Series A round, we're doing about a $4 million round currently. We've got a lead investor in place, which has taken up $2 million of it, which is a fund that has invested in previous rounds that we've done, which is very exciting. So we probably almost got, we actually started funding that round, probably a few weeks ago, and we got about $2.5 million of it committed already. So it's just a very, very exciting time for us. Great team, and just really excited about the future.
I feel like you're the poster child of this conference right now. You've checked all the boxes. So we are going to open it up to your questions. Before we get there, I have a question for you. So all of this, it's obviously going very well. You say wonderful things about your business, about your team. What's your favorite thing about this entire process, this entire experience?
I just think it validates what you're doing. I think when I came here, you think, oh my God, am I delusional? Is this going to really work? And I think by being part of the process, and at least, and certainly making it to the finalist round, what you're doing has been validated, and I think that gives you that fuel to carry on to fight through and make it happen. So it's just a great experience. The contacts, the validation. Just the friendships that you're going to make and that I made, which have been really great. It's just a phenomenal experience, and it's just a class act. I think it's a wonderful organization. And
you've created some amazing jobs for a very exciting team of people that love what they do, and you all making magical things happen together.
Well, it's all about the team. I mean, they make me look good. I just show up and they do all the great stuff.
It's so interesting because I think we are hearing your story now, and it's like you can look back and think like, of course this worked. But as you said, along the way, you definitely had doubts. And how did you overcome that?
Yeah, clearly it's a problem that needed to be solved. I mean, up till now, the lenders, and we were talking about this a few minutes earlier, the lenders have really had the gold, right? You guys have all heard about the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. And the lenders have had the gold, and we've actually got a poster of the golden rule framed upside down in our office because we want to empower the borrower. And up till now, you know, because money is really a commodity that whether you get it from bank A, B, C, as far as a loan, the money is the same. So, but the variables, the lending variables are so different from lender to lender, and any one lender can't necessarily meet any specific borrower's needs. So what we've done is create that marketplace where we really empower the consumer, where the borrower says, these are the important variables to me, and our technology will match that borrower with the perfect lender. And there's just thousands of different commercial lenders out there, you know, and they're all different. Banks, community banks, credit unions, life companies, CMBS, Fannie Freddie on the multifamily. So and they all look at different types of property, loan sizes, and all the different variables that go into sizing up a loan. So, you know, I think it's just really an exciting problem to solve. And, you know, fortunately, the big thing for us was to change behavior, because it was very much an old boys network of you'd go to your banker and sit down or go out and play golf and smoke a cigar afterwards and get your loan. And I think there were two things that really helped us. Number one, believe it or not, was the pandemic, because people were forced to go online. So initially it was a gut punch where we just lost our entire pipeline because, you know, the whole country shut down, so nobody was buying or dealing in commercial real estate. But once that passed, I mean, literally we just took off because people were used to not going into their lender and actually working online. The second thing, funnily enough, which is almost counterintuitive, is this rising interest rate environment that we're in now, is that who would think like you're going to get busier in a rising interest rate environment, but people are shopping online because, you know, they go to their existing lender and they get sticker shock and say, oh my God, what happened to the interest rates? Or alternatively, their lender doesn't do that product because the lender's cutting back and worried about their own portfolio with potentially the economy slowing down. So people are shopping online to see what alternatives are available. So potentially what I thought could have been two catastrophic events for our business really helped us. So you just don't know.
And so just briefly, what are you looking forward to in the next couple of years? What does it look like for you?
Just enjoying the ride. I mean, it's just, you know, you're never there. There's always challenges, and as you scale, there's different challenges. But it's just so exciting. I mean, you know, I've got a phenomenal team, and what's that saying? If you love your work, you've never worked a day in your life, or something like that. So. And that's the way I feel. I mean, I just really love going in. I just got such a great team of people that just dynamic, innovative, and just watching this grow. And you know, it's just been a great ride, and certainly just hope it continues over the next few years.
Oh, I hope so too. Well, it's been such a pleasure learning a bit about your company and the successes that you're experiencing. So thanks for coming back and giving us such a great update. And hopefully you all are feeling encouraged by what Mitch has shared here. And we'll hear more from you soon in the future,
Great.
I'm sure.
Thanks,
you.
Mitch. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.